Hello, it is a pretty cool spring day and I am going to be prepping the garden. So I thought I would bring you along with me. We've made some progress, but really hoping to ramp things up here over the next couple of weeks to be full on ready for gardening season. Let's go. All right, so I've got an armful of stuff packing my basket. Hi. The chickens that we put in the coop, integrated into the flock a few weeks ago, are doing wonderfully. They love free ranging. All right, so a coffee, it is so cold. I need hot coffee. And we were out doing chores earlier, and it's like so much harder to come back out once you're a little bit cold, but we'll stay warm. So I have a tripod. I am bringing some cold weather crops, some seeds. I have some peas, some kale, some spinach, but my priority today is actually the onion sets. So those are just nice to have. The need to have is the onion sets. So let's get those. I can't find them. Okay, I found them. I think they've been in this plastic bag a little bit too long, but that's okay, we'll make do. Next up, one of these. I saw someone use this to plant onions. Looks like it went really well. All right, so we're headed up. The rest of my supplies are up there. It did rain last night. I should not have left them up there. And now I'm in the market for a deck box to leave some gardening stuff up here. Something that'll keep things dry, but we'll see. I found one on Facebook Marketplace this morning, but it was free too, but it was gone by the time I got to it. Okay, we made it to the garden. Let's take a look at what we've done so far. We tilled, not the best job, but it'll do. This year I'm using weed fabric. So I have that down. I need to go secure it more, and I still need to finish this part of the garden. I'm thinking the entranceway is going to be right here. We'll have a walkway here. I'm going to fill that with some wood chips. So I think I just need to get to it with the weed fabric. Okay, so this stuff frays pretty good because it's woven together if you like cut it. So I have this butane torch, and I've been using a board just to make a straight edge at the end of a row. We'll come down here. And I'm leaving a foot around the outside so that some of it will go under the fence, so it'll be easier to mow around. And this is what I'll also use to make the holes for to plant. Okay, so we're gonna pull this tight, and then I got a big pack of these fabric staples off Amazon, and they are far superior to the ones I got at the box store. So pull it tight, drive it in, and again, I'm leaving like a foot of clearance on this side. And I'm trying to just get these situated today. Then we definitely need to go around and reinforce more, and I also think having wood chips down, like in the walkways, will really help as well. So I'm gonna go do the other side. Well, obviously the other side was already done because that's where we started. So I'm at the end of the space where we tilled. I'm gonna put one more row down. So I have like a double row in the back for corn. 6 long rows. I'm anxious. I have my garlic. I have 2 raised beds. And then I'm doing potatoes in those bags this year because I felt like when I got my potatoes out of the ground, I like stabbed a lot of them and ruined them. So in the bags, they'll just be able to dump out. So I'm hoping this is enough garden space. Definitely bigger than we did last year, but I think I learned a lot last year, and we're doing a few things differently to make this easier to maintain. A, the weed fabric, but B, our watering solution. We finally, with the help of a Facebook Marketplace buy and Larry, got our watering solution from the spring up to the top of the hill. We're gonna put the holding tank up at the top of the hill. So we'll pump water into that, and then since it's on the top of the hill, it'll get good water pressure coming down. But between watering, and that'll be amazing for our meat birds out here as well, but between watering and weeding, I think we're in a pretty good spot. Okay, so I'm thinking I might have enough for like a double row on this side if we do a smaller walkway. How many feet is this? No, we're just gonna do a regular row with an extra foot. On the side, I think. This is getting so much easier with the roll getting smaller. So we'll just do a repeat of what we did last time. Scorch it, torch it, whatever, and put the pins in. Okay, so I have all the mat down fabric. I was originally disappointed because I feel like I'm losing a lot of space here, like an extra 2 feet, but it's not really worth rolling that out and getting only 2 feet when I could get 4. So I think I'm gonna do my things that vine a long way and could really use the space, like melons and squash, maybe in this row. Can you see that? That's like snow or sleet or something very unpleasant. As much as I said I wanted to get the onions in, I think a couple things take priority. A, going around and just putting these landscape staples in. Not a fun job. It's the job that needs done. And then secondly, I'm so sick of shoveling wood chips, but I also think that needs to be done, or these weeds and these walkways are gonna get out of control. That's the pile. I need to do a side-by-side of how it started, because that's like half of the pile. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we ran out of wood chips and I didn't have enough for my garden. But let's get to the landscape. What are they called? The landscape staples. And here come my chickens. They should not be in the field. Hawks, hello. Okay, I think we have everything pretty well secured. We also brought up some straw from the barn. The barn is really just like, well, it's a pole barn, and it really just became like a dumping ground, a storage unit once we moved here. So hoping to organize that and make some better use of it this summer. So step one, get the junk out, the straw being one of them. So I'm heading down to get the tractor to start shoveling wood chips. Oh, are you helping? You don't have arms, so I'm not really sure how much shoveling you're going to be able to do. cart full, and I think I'm just gonna put one at the end of each row, and we'll go from there. I'm pretty proud of myself. I went from being on probation from the tractor last year to being able to back up the cart. Mulch in each row. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get a snack and some water, and then we're gonna put down the straw and then the mulch over it, and we'll see where one pile gets us for each row. Okay, so I did not go back out. I was tired and hungry and cold. And then yesterday was also very cold. We got a hard freeze last night. So it's Tuesday, it's nice enough just to wear a sweatshirt. So we'll go back up to the garden where we left off. But first, Larry and Reno made some progress on our well pump solution. Water pump for the garden. You can't really see my face. So let's go check that out. Okay, so there's the well itself. One side goes into our house, the other comes down here to our water feature as well, which we now got reconnected. Okay, so the new addition here is this covering. There is like a trough underneath it where the water pools, and we cleaned that out. And this is to prevent any sunlight, because that will grow bacteria and just general forest gunk from getting in it. So you can see we have our pump there, and this then goes out into like our little pond. Larry also wired it the whole way to our house, and we have this big hose that goes up to the field. It's going to go into a holding tank. There's going to be able to be 4 hoses off of it, so we'll definitely use one for drip irrigation into the garden and another one for the chicken tractor, so we won't have to pump water from our house. Awesome. Okay, so to get caught up from where we were last time, we have a pile of the wood chips at the end of every row. We have some straw over there, so I'm gonna go through with a layer of straw and then put each pile of wood chips over it, and we'll see how far we get. Hopefully, we can also get some planting in tonight. Okay, so this is like the never-ending project, but I got half rows done. So next what I'm going to do is bring mulch in from this side, do the other half of the row, but Reno's on the tractor. I'm not in the mood to do wheelbarrowing, so I guess that will go tomorrow, but I really want to get this done tomorrow. I also am not going to put the onions in like I wanted to, because I'm standing where I wanted to put the onions, and I'll need to get the mulch in through here. So we are so close, and I think all this time is really going to pay off when I'm not having to weed this summer. So looking good. I think the prep is worth it. So I'm gonna head back to the house. The sun's gonna set here pretty soon. I have some other garden tasks to get to. I was gonna up pot some of my plants, but let me show you why I'm a little bit hesitant now. So I got starts in my last Azure order the other day, just some brassicas, because mine I got started a little late, but so I have to up pot mine, or at least I thought I did. These are pretty much the same size as the ones I have inside, and from like the leaf is the same size, the plant is the same size, but so is this little container. So I'm confused if I should up pot them or not, go through that effort, but I probably will. I got some cabbage, because like I decided that I would just do cabbage in the fall, because I don't have like enough space to do everything at once. But I got cabbage. I thought a few heads of cabbage would be good. Bok choy and some some Brussels sprouts. I think purple Brussels sprouts, so that's fun, but those aren't gonna go in tonight. And I also realized I brought them up. It's one thing to put onions and seeds in the garden without a fence. These would just get all munched up by the deer on night one. So let's head back to the house. We can work on some ancillary garden items. My dogs are glad I'm back. I'm gonna set up a little seed potting station here on the back porch, pot some seeds, listen to some music, have a nice night. So I'll be back with my station. What am I doing with this? And I'm excited to up pot because I didn't get this far last year with my seedlings. They were very sad. So we'll be back. Okay, so let's get started. I know a lot of people do these in red Solo cups, but I didn't think I needed that big of a container. So I just got these little plastic ones. So let's just see how this goes. I need to drill some holes for it to drain. I think pretty small. Do I think that's too small? We'll see. How do I do this?
Hello?
How do I use this? Okay, I had to phone a friend. So probably just a few holes. Yikes. So I just have some potting soil here. Gonna fill it up about halfway. Then these are a little bit leggy, so kind of want to bury some of that. Perfect. And some of these like little seed leaves still need to come off, but I'll leave those there. And then we'll water them. I did get some liquid fertilizer that I put on them as well, so let's get to it. Good morning. I'm out here in the garden doing some watering, and this might be the longest garden prep video because, to be honest, it's taken a really long time. I've done it in really small bits. I was getting really kind of down on myself, feeling like I was behind, but everything happens for a reason. We've had some pretty cold temps and after our last frost date, so the garden wouldn't have done so great if it was planted anyway. So we're out here. We have the weed fabric in, which is going really well. I am having to weed more in the walkways than I thought I would, so need to get more wood chips down. But yeah, just out here watering. We have some of our first round of crops in, so stay tuned. We'll be doing garden tours, keeping you up to date. But if you haven't started planting your garden yet, it's not too late. Get out there, get some seeds in the ground, and we will be on this journey together this summer. So see you next time.